Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your Polkadot Specialist, Var, and today we're going to talk about Polkadot and its interoperability and how interoperability was just displayed recently with 5 different technologies working together. I'll try to break it down easy first, and I'm going to walk through exactly what happened. So those that may not be as knowledgeable in crypto, I'll say it in layman's terms, and then I'll go a little more technical. So if you like the content, please like and subscribe. So before I get into this, I kind of want to talk about a little bit of a story. So growing up, I was big into gaming. Warcraft, that was, computer games. Nintendo with Mario. You had Sega Genesis with Sonic the Hedgehog. You had PlayStation, all these different systems, and all these different games and consoles and things. So growing up, if you know anything about gaming, you can't have a PlayStation console with Nintendo games, with computer controllers or Xbox controllers. Why? They're incompatible. The technologies don't work well together. Sega stuff was designed for Sega stuff. Nintendo stuff was designed for Nintendo stuff. And Xbox PC, that was designed for that. They were not interoperable. They were incompatible. So Polkadot, the technologies that are using Polkadot's technology are actually interoperable. So that means in that scenario where the controllers and the console and the games, you could actually play a Nintendo game on a PlayStation console. That's essentially the analogy. So all these technologies on Polkadot are able to communicate and use each other to their advantage. Now, this is Astar Degens. Now, this is my venture capitalist group. It is a DAO. I will link what a DAO is. I did a video on it in the past, and I'll go ahead and provide that link in case you need to be caught up on what actual DAO is. But this is actually, just briefly, this is actually a group of pitchers that represent your shares in a venture capitalist group. And we brainstorm and help different projects. We incubate them to get started. But we also raise a lot of money in our community, and that money that's raised is shared between different parties. But 50% of that goes to the people that have the NFTs, the actual pitchers. Okay. So to kind of go without going into the real details, to try to put things in layman's terms, like I said, recently we had an idea. I came up with an idea, and then we brainstormed, made it even bigger than what my original idea was. So I had an idea. We had a lot of resources in our group funds called a treasury. We had a lot of resources, but there was all one resource pretty much. We had a coin called Astar, and I was like, you know what? It'd be great if we could get some Polkadot in our treasury, in our resources. And the reason I wanted to do that is I knew there was like a lot of opportunities where we could get interest on our money, where we could get some free coins called Airdrops, and I'll kind of get into that. And then I also knew that Astar had a high chance of people selling the coin, because there's this, I'm not going to go too far into it. I just saw an opportunity where I knew there was a chance that the coin's value was going to go from like 19 down to like lower, and it actually did happen. So because of these things, I had an idea that, hey, let us diversify. So I'm about to go deeper into it. But what I did was we got we took some of our resources, some of our coins, and we bought other coins, and we use 2 other different technologies to get interest on our money. And by us doing that, it allowed us to qualify for some free coins as well. So that's, in a nutshell, everything I'm about to say for those that don't know real deep into the different technology. So essentially came up with a plan to make more money. So now I'm about to go deeper into what actually happened, the different technologies that showed the ability to work together to show the power of Polkadot. And so we'll go a little deeper from now on. So follow me. And so I came up with this idea. And so on a DAO, what you do is, if you have an idea, you could come to community and you can pitch your idea. So this is just the pitch that I had. It was called asset diversification proposal. So I came up with that idea. And this was the vote. So I was happy, man. I was like, you know what? Dang, it was like over 90%. So 25,000 is what we ended up doing. We ended up using $25,000 to buy a Polkadot. I'm not going to go too far into it. That's essentially, so Astar Degens is a Astar project. So that's one technology. Okay, so we got together on Astar. It's Astar and it's Ethereum, but I'm not go too deep into it either. But we got together, we brainstormed, and we had this idea, and we put it into effect. So we ended up taking money in our treasury. So the money that we had available, and it was $25,000. And so what we did is we were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and use another Polkadot technology to diversify. So we took our Astar, because remember, we didn't have Polkadot yet. We only had a treasury full of just Astar, and we had some other small coins, but mostly Astar. So on Astar here, we have, so we went from Astar, and we went to HydraDX, which is not one of my favorite projects. So on HydraDX, what we did, this is where we transferred our coins on the Hydra. So we did this little cross chain, and then what we did was we switched these coins out. So let me see if I can kind of highlight something. So right here, we went from Astar to HydraDX. So we started using our coins on HydraDX. And so then when we used our coins on HydraDX, we actually went and we traded. So we traded our coins on HydraDX. So we switched them out from Astar. So let's get to Astar, and we switched them into Polkadot. And so we took our money. We took the amount of Astar that we had that was worth $25,000. So we took those coins, and we did 25,000 in here. So we would type that in there. Whatever 25,000 came out, $25,000 worth of Astar. We put it here, and we bought some Polkadot. So then once we bought this Polkadot, we used a whole nother technology. So we bought some Polkadot, and we went to BiFrost. Now on BiFrost, I was like, you know what? On BiFrost has, it's called liquid staking. I'm gonna go further into this in the future, but to make it easy, we used BiFrost to gain interest. So that interest amount was 17%, 17.92% for Polkadot. So if you put your coins here, you'll get 17% on your money. And then in exchange, what would happen is you would get a coin called VDOT. Okay. Now this VDOT here, we took it and we put it back on HydraDX. So now we're back on HydraDX. And what we did is we took the VDOT and then we changed VDOT into Astar. So what happened was, so now the VDOT, when it gives us that 17% interest, instead of it paying us in VDOT or Polkadot, it's actually going to pay us in Astar. So we didn't trade our VDOT here, but we are trading our interest here. So that 17%, now we're getting Astar, and that Astar is going to be split between the treasury and the NFT holders, the people that have the pictures. So that essentially was how we use different technologies to gain interest on our money. Now, one other bonus we have for doing this interoperability and working and transferring coins and all this good stuff, we ended up getting a whole bonus of, for every Polkadot that we had, we would get DED meme coin. So we got the interest, and now we're getting free coins. For every dot that we had, we would get 1,000 Dot is Dead project. Now, Dot is Dead is a meme coin. It's just a community coin that's for fun. It's also going to be used in a game that they have designated to the particular coin. But this is a free coin we're going to get just because we did asset diversification. So we got the interest. We went into another asset, so it allows us to be able to utilize those two different technologies and different benefits. So now Polkadot is having a lot of different free coins called Airdrops that we're going to be qualified for. Those airdrops are going to be split evenly between the people that have the picture NFTs. And one of those that we're going to get is Dot is Dead meme coin. So I hope you're able to follow that. Again, in layman's terms, we just was able to increase our bags, baby. That's it. I am your Polkadot Specialist. I appreciate you joining me today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tune in next time. We'll go further into some more of these Polkadot projects. Be blessed.